Hi, everyone. An MTSU student survives a storm that dragged him across a river, down a waterfall. And get this, he says flashes of lightning helped guide him to safety.
Matthew Torres spent the day with the student who just got back, saying he had to stay awake to stay alive. Matthew.
Well, Vicky, this happened last Wednesday night at the Shawnee National Forest in southern Illinois. Not even a week after he nearly died, Thomas Hammond is already back at his rock climbing job in Murfreesboro, telling a story no one will ever forget.
Tell us, Poppy, tell us a story.
A good story takes you on a ride.
So what were you guys thinking?
It has moments that propel the adventure to new heights.
We're running off of, our headlamps.
But every story isn't smooth sailing.
And I'm getting tossed around.
Just ask Thomas Hammond.
I was terrified. I was glad to be alive.
His unforgettable journey started in the forests of southern Illinois.
I know, I thought you were going to look a lot worse.
You look pretty good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hammond and his two friends were staying at a campsite right next to the river when their second night there.
The creek was real high, and I go running out, and I'm like, guys, we got to get out of here. We have to get out of here.
Torrential downpour flooded the site. TJ Rubert and Tristan Vogel got out safely.
And Tristan comes up behind me and goes, where's Thomas? Where's Thomas?
So I was like, man, are you guys playing with me? Because, this isn't funny. I thought it was a joke. I really did. And I was like, TJ, come on. Where's Thomas?
The water rose so fast, it snatched Hammond while he was still inside his tent.
And I was trying to claw out the ground, trying to stand up, but I couldn't breathe. And I thought, I'm about to die.
The raging river took him down a path he couldn't see.
So as soon as I'm out of the tent, pitch black, I can't see anything.
And a path he couldn't control.
I remember hitting my head, it getting super fuzzy, like lights.
The current took him right over a 30-foot waterfall.
And I run into a fallen over tree. I just kind of bear hug that, and that's what stops me finally.
And you get to the base of the waterfall, there's huge boulders down there. And I faintly hear Thomas cry for help.
Rubert finally found the tent, then his friend 3/4 of a mile away from the campsite.
I found him on the other side of the stream, just sitting there shaking.
Meanwhile, Vogel drove about 7 miles to a nearby town for help.
But I stopped at, I think, 3 or 4 houses and just shouted, please somebody help.
It took about 3 hours, but emergency responders were finally able to fly Hammond out.
That's where they had the tube in me.
He suffered a collapsed lung, several broken ribs, and skull fractures.
This is the best we've ever seen you, Thomas.
But despite his damaged body,
Oh, I'm perfect.
his sense of humor
It's a spring chicken.
remains intact.
I'm glad you're okay.
He knows he's lucky to be alive,
See you Friday.
have great friends, and a great story to tell. Now, fortunately, Hammond's dog, who was also inside the tent, died. Despite what happened last week, Thomas and his friends say they would go back. Rory?